Every Wednesday, I'm going to come on here, do a little bit of a daily devotional because I think that's very important to share with my community. It just helps us uplift ourselves, our spirit, and it's a nice way to start the day. As well, I'm going to share a financial concept, and just because I feel that right now we're going through some serious times. People are feeling discouraged, you know what I mean? They have goals that they want to achieve, but the way that life is, they feel like they're being set back. And I want to be able to just encourage people, right? So my name is Natalie Walters, and I'm the founder of Reset With Nat. My journey with the financial industry is really fairly new, right? I'm a year in. You have so many senior advisors out there, and that's great, but I am one of the people that are new to the industry. So I'm going to go through who I am other than the finances. I enjoy entertainment. I like to laugh. I have a family. I'm starting to work out now, and you know what? I feel that over the last few years, there's something in me that's going through this self-discovery and wanting to fulfill my purpose. I feel that, sometimes there's things within us that we know and we do not do. And that's why I make it my duty to stretch myself beyond what I normally do, right? So yes, being a family woman, yes, being able to entertain, yes, being able to meet people and do all of these things and go out, have fun, that's normal. But when it comes down to it, I wanted to be able to transfer what I do in my personal life and kind of incorporate it into the business, which is the financial industry. So when I come on social media, I do my best to share my content in a way that is kind of entertaining, because when you look at it, you'll get told to get certain products and services and what they do. But at the same time, when you have a way of understanding the effects of the product by seeing a scenario, I feel that that is also very impactful. So I like to use my light-winded, personality to transfer that information over to people, right? Why did I get into this industry? Well, I had financial troubles myself at a young age, and it extended into adulthood. And with that said, it was just a lot. So the thing is, when I was approached to come into this industry, I literally had that connection. It made me see the vision of fulfilling my purpose of helping people. Good morning, Nikki. Thanks for joining. I'm just going through the introduction of who I am, and then I'm going to go into just the devotion. So today is not a financial concept. I want to be able to introduce myself, the reason why I'm doing this morning live, and then after, as of next week, it will be a daily devotion along with a financial concept. So where am I going to be doing these lives? Obviously here on Instagram Live, but I also will be doing a monthly webinar on the last Wednesday of every month. So if you are interested in joining the webinar, feel free to click the link in my bio and register. I will also be posting information about that. So I will be sharing information here on Wednesday mornings on my posts. You'll get your reels, and then after I have the monthly webinar. Okay, I want to be able to diversify myself so everybody can get a shot. This 5:30 a.m. series is for the early birds, the people who are like, you know what, I need time for myself to get myself settled into my day, work on something, and then also just get enriched by someone like Nat. You know what I mean? I want to share that good vibe. So with that said, what is my mission? My mission is to help you get rich in mind, wallet, and spirit. It's a holistic approach. You see, when we look at finances, sometimes we look at it as just a monetary thing. But when it comes down to whether you have a lot of money or whether you don't have a lot of money, there's still that component of the holistic person. How do you feel mentally, spiritually? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can have a lot of money and you're broken spiritually. Sometimes you can have a little bit of money and be very happy. But at the same time, what I'm trying to create is balance. Let us think on the right things. Let us feel and share positive things, right? And then also learn what we need to learn so that way we are able to actually develop habits that are going to get transferred into our family's legacy. And that way it allows us as individuals, and especially Black individuals who are always challenged with feeling that we are being neglected in certain ways, it will allow us to position ourselves a lot better. And that's where the generational wealth and legacy component comes in. So I've literally, they always say that when you start a business, you have to have a niche, right? And I was kind of thinking, well, everybody needs finances, but really and truly, it had to take me some time to think. I need to pin this down. What is my niche? And the other day I was watching a video and it came to me. Parents. I don't want to say female. I don't want to say teenage or millennial. I want to say parents. The reason why I say parents is because my experience working in the school system allowed me to see many challenges that some of the children were facing. And I would ponder upon that and be concerned because I realized a lot of things that we're seeing in the school also is reflective of what is happening at home. Some of the challenges that these children are facing. And why can I say that also? It's because of the conversations that I've had with children. So when I got into this industry, I saw the match. Not only that, I said I had my own financial challenges. And I know that as a parent, if I don't make certain changes to help myself, how is my child going to grow? How is that child going to know things? We cannot always want the school system or someone else to teach our children. We have to take action, be accountable, stretch ourselves thin so that way we can do the things that need to happen for our families to see the change, for our legacies to be built up and to grow. So with that said, I'm going to read you my statement. Okay, so I help I help parents overcome their fear and shame about money and become financially savvy, build wealth, and achieve success through a 5-step process. Now, my name is Reset with Nat. That's the business name. The reset is all about, doesn't necessarily mean you have to stop and start everything over. Sometimes it's just you're taking a pause, and if you're taking that pause, what do you need to do? Or if you're starting over, what do you need to do? You need to refocus on what the task is or what it is that you're trying to achieve. You have to get educated, learn, start to really absorb information, understand it, get strategies in place. The strategies will help with growth, right? It will help you see what needs to be done, and you can measure how things are working, right? Execute. That's when you're deciding to take action, putting a time limit on things. Sometimes we have goals. We don't put no time limit on it. We don't have a strategy. We just have a goal. The thing is, that's where the results will come, is when we have a strategy in place that allows us to have a time frame, okay? And then the transformation process. We always want to experience the transformation process. But the thing about that transformation process is understanding that just because things are changing does not mean that difficulty will not come, right? So I want to encourage people to understand that even though you are growing through whatever you're going through, you are going to experience other challenges. But that doesn't mean that you cannot keep resetting for the next level. Listen, growth is a part of what we are supposed to do as human beings, just like wildlife, just like nature. Growth is what we're supposed to do. So the thing is, there are times where you're going to be stagnant, but at the same time, you have to know that we got to work through it. We got to enrich ourselves so that way we continue going. Okay. All right. So with that said, thank you, Nikki. With that said, I'm going to go into today's daily devotion. The reason why I'm going to do this now is because today, like I said, it's strictly about, and I'm going to screenshot that, but what's Bixby talking about? Okay, so today's daily devotion, it says, look for the best. And this is why I am here, because I know that the next cycle of life, if we change the habits that we have, and if we change our mind frame, if we look for more opportunities and we be open to better, then the results will come through action, right? Certain sacrifices have to be made. So sometimes we will say we don't have enough time. You got to look for the best time. You have to look for the best opportunities that suit your needs, right? So look for the best. It says, learn to look for the best in every situation. No matter what you're going through, if you look hard enough and keep the right attitude, you can find something good about the experience. Sometimes I read these things, these devotions, and I'm like, oh boy. I'm going to be honest. I can't read everything in my devotion or read everything or listen to everybody talk something positive and feel like, oh yeah, they're right. No, sometimes I read this and I'm like, oh boy. So that's a no boy. But I believe that I need to open my eyes and try to look for the best in many things, right? If you get laid off of work, you can choose to be negative. Or you can say, God, I know you are in control of my life. And when one door closes, you always open a bigger and better door. Now, that's heavy. Because, when you think about trauma and stress and life situations that will turn your life upside down, and you got to pull out the thought of the best outcome that can be, that's serious, right? For me, getting laid off of work, I can imagine the impact, scrambling, thinking, where am I going to get the money to feed my family? But the thing is, it's like, wow, it's true. Opportunities. Remember, you have skills. They're transferable. Is it to work for yourself, if that's always what you wanted to do? Or is it to go position yourself to get something better? Right? So even though you're going to go through the hardship, then that means you got to change something that you have to do during the time that you don't have those funds that you have. You're going to have to make some sacrifices so that way you can live and manage. But then you're going to have to put in time and put in work so that way you can also look for better opportunities. And I'll also say, don't keep yourself silent when you're going through things. Speak to people. It's extremely important. So Father, I can't wait to see what you have in store for me. Yes, we should be excited about what's next, but it doesn't happen right away. Obviously, the natural way that we respond to things is panic, fear, because we don't know. We like to know, right? But the thing is, once you get settled, once you actually acknowledge the things that are happening, and then all of a sudden you're settled in, then you can actually start to process. For me, that's why I'm here and I'm saying mind, wallet, and spirit is what I represent with my business. because, right, closed mouths don't get fed. But then also remember to have that moment. See, for me, I believe in spirituality. I'm here reading my daily devotion with you all. But if you're a person that decides to do yoga, or if you have another moment, another way of centering yourself, do that. Go into your own space and think, ponder, because that's where, you know what, things are going to actually come to you. Sometimes you got to shut out the world to handle yourself when you're going through changes. Psychologists are convinced that our lives move in the direction of our most dominant thoughts. They say that's why we say, be careful what you say. When you say negative things, you're drawing negative energy. When you talk to people that are negative on a regular basis, what is the feeling that you get? You start to feel paranoid. You start to scrutinize everything. You also start to lose sight of the good things that are out there in life. So psychologists say it, but I also believe it's in the Bible that we are supposed to put our mind on positive things. You know what I mean? It's not to say that we're not supposed to have an opinion, right? Having an opinion is important, but it's one thing to consume ourselves with negative thoughts, okay? Throughout this day, engage your mind in thoughts of joy, peace. Engage your mind, victory, abundance, and blessings. And you will move toward things, drawing them to yourself at any time. All at the same time, Now that's a majestic personality. So what we're going to do is, we know that my page here is all about financial education, empowering us to overcome our fears, to work on personal development that will help us be able to structure our financial development a lot better, right? So when it comes down to it, I would encourage you to think on positive things. Take your situations and look at it and say, how can I grow from what's happened to me, right? I would like to thank you guys for being here today. I know it is the first 5:30 session and it takes a lot. So thank you, Nikki, for joining. And, you know, I have more information that I share on my website. I do add blog posts on my website once a month. I will also be having, my newsletter will be out as of next month. It's been a little while, but next month the newsletter will be back. To book an appointment with me, all you need to do is click the link in my bio and we can book an appointment about how to structure your financial foundation. If you are interested in just having a general conversation, that's fine. Don't worry about just having this appointment and feeling that, oh my gosh, you're going to be pressured or anything like that. Appointments with me are a discussion. They are non-judgmental because, as I said, I understand the challenges. I've been there. And just because I may not be in the same position that I was does not mean I forget where I came from, right? I'm about community building. So at the same time, if you're interested in collaborating or doing anything in regards to working together and building a foundation or something that can help our community, feel free to reach out. But with that said, it is what time? I don't even know what time it is right now. What I do, 5:51. So good. Just in time for me to go and hold my own devotion and get on with my day. And I want you to do the same with a positive energy and success on your mind, okay? So see you next week, Wednesday, where I come back with my daily devotional. But then I'm going to start talking about one financial concept. You have a great day. Enjoy. Thank you.